Hey, this has been drying for over an hour, so I guess everything should be staying square. I don't heard any movement into it. We'll move this out of the way. Now we're going to put the floors in. First we're going to do the office floor. I've got some notches here. That should be right here in the middle, back part of it, of the office. Everything's still sitting there in position. And we're going to fit it out right now. See how it fits. Yeah, okay. So what we're going to do here is put some glue on the top supports here around the walls, and this one support across around the walls here, and this one right here, and put some glue on this support as well. So move it out of the way. Go ahead and put some in there, some glue, and go from there. Excuse me. I get my reading glasses for this. Here you can see how we have the glue running across there, all around there. Pretty good. And we'll set it back down. Put this support over here on the high end. Get this one, front floor, set it up against the front wall. We push down everywhere else on here. Try to get it to stick down pretty good. Now we got that in there, we're going to go ahead and glue the other side as well. Then we're going to put some weights in there to hold it down as well. You can see as we put this all in there. Almost got too much glue coming out here. I'll go across the braces as well. Alright, at this point here we have to use the paintbrush to smooth out any glue that may come up. Also, I want to remind you that this part here goes towards the front, and we need to also put some glue on the bottom of this. This is number E, and this will go to the office floor as well. So here we're going to slide this in. This is how it is. So I'll get the paintbrush here and smooth out any glue that may be coming up. Maybe this little bit over here we need to smooth out of there. I got some down here as well. I want to smooth that out. get another bush here. Okay, now I want to put some weights in here to help hold us down on both sides here. So I have this little support here. You try to hold something down over here as well. So what I'm going to use here, I think, is the glue bottles. And one over here on this side. There's another small weight. I'll use that here in the middle. So that concludes that. I'll be cleaning up my brushes over here in some water. Get the glue off of it. So that's it for right now. We'll let this dry for another hour. Okay, it's been over an hour. I'll take these weights out of here. Just holding everything down. Not dried. Okay. We can also go ahead and take the tape off of it around the corners. It's sort of barely on there, but it held it like glued. That's the office end, that's done. The freight end. Okay. One of the next steps we can do is probably go and put the pillows on under it. That'd be a good idea to go and do it now. Let's turn it over. Here we can see all the these are the excellents, the two thin ones. Here's the thicker excellent. Here's your E up under there. This is between the two floors. And here you can see everything all around it. Everything that's connected. All the letters and all. On the braces, supports. Okay, we can move this out of the way. Yeah, paintbrushes out of the way for now. And we'll get the pillows so we'll see which ones we got to do here. Okay, here we are ready to put the pillows in. This will be the track side. So mainly right here will be plain ones. Then on the ends here we'll add the brick ones. Plain ones in these three here. Now we have on these two corners be two tall ones, so we'll put these two tall brick ones we have in there. Then on this side will be the where the truck back up to it, so this will be all brick on this side here. So here we'll go ahead and start gluing them in. So we'll try to glue this other side in first. We'll put some of those pillow locations. Okay, we'll put a brick one over here in the corner. All I want to do here is just find a paintbrush here. I already put some on the back corner here. Right back here. I have hold against that support there. Put the little plain ones in there. What I'm going to do here is put these in there. I want to try to aim them up and smooth up some of the glue around it. Oop. Okay, I'll get the idea here. I'm going to go ahead and finish this up. Pause this. Okay, I'm hoping this video will be a little better. I've changed the position of it. I want to show you what we did on the decking on it. This end will have a wider piece, which is in there. Here you can see the brick pillows. Then we have the smaller ones on the end here, and on the track side, it's a small one too. And these were, like I said, they were glued in against the two bottom pieces here. And the paint and all that, we'll show you doing that later though. But I'm hoping all this here will work better, though I don't have the greatest voice there is to make a video, but I hope y'all can understand everything fairly well. The reason we done this decking first before we do the building, because this thing is square, and a couple of them I've done of doing the building afterwards, they weren't quite square in here, so I've started all over and we'll do a new one on all this. So when we glue off the square of the building, we'll put it up against this here to hold it square, where everything will match real good to it. Okay, these are the supports for the sides of the walls. Everything goes all around it. So here we're going to empty them up out of the bag and start assembling them, glue them onto the wall sides. So yeah, find the one that have an X on it, put them to the side. Let's see, there should be another one here. And another one. Let's see, there's the X. Put it to the side. Alright, now, go ahead and do these long ones first. Alright. This is the track side, and we have the outside here, and this is the dock side. Truck's laid up to it. So we'll go ahead and do the track side first. Both of these will have the same lettering on it. So what I've done here is explain how to go. You'll see, turn this out there a little bit. Be sure to check everything and see if any trimming needs to be done first. You might think so. Okay. These this upper brace, this one was supposed to have been eliminated, but it wasn't. The ones here and here will be for the X brace because it crossed from one side to the other. So we trim up a little bit of wood there. Now, we've got A here, and so we could put that one down like this. This is the one for the showing A up there. The slotted in here, these are where the pillows go on here. So we want to put this outer edge sort of straight. Oops. We want to put this outer edge up here at the top, sort of straight with this one right here. If you wanted to, you could mark it with a pencil if you wanted to. Okay, we're going to put some pliers and glue on it, and then we're going to clamp it to hold it. So, I could have this part ready before, I guess. Here we go. Glue's coming out. Sort of in between these spaces, so we'll put it. Don't take much. Put some over here. Here. Edge in position here, holding it. I feel like I got something a little too close out of it, move it over. Like so, okay. This needs to go like so. These are where the pillows go into the bottom like that, and I got to line it up with this and with the bottom edge of the wall. So now get that across there. We'll go ahead and use this big clamp, see how this works. Okay. Put one right here. And what we want to do is level it. I'll go ahead and put 4 in here on this one. Be set up, let's set over there. Do the next wall. And notice we've already beveled the edges on this, and we have doing this on the inside of it. I'm putting the letters on the outside, this side here. It doesn't matter because it'll be up under it, you ain't gonna see it. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but this freight station is now a CSX. It looks like more of a storage for maintenance of the way. The building is now painted all gray with a darker gray trim. It's been white before with a dark gray trim, and has a CXX two ways pictures. Originally for Seaboard, it was white with a dark green trim. That's how we will be painting this, like that. Some parts were added on to the depot afterwards from the record build, and you won't see some add-ons that's been done, modified to it, such as the loading dock, and has another platform outside the overhang that has, okay, we'll put this one down here, over the overhang with the ramp. That was added on later. I've taken pictures of how it is, where you can see that where it's been added on by the planks on the side of it. Okay, this is going on there pretty good. Now we're going to plant this one about the same way. On the end. Put one on this end down here too. Try to make sure there's no glue coming up from the sides here, because the floor will set on top of this. So these supports will serve as the post and for the floor. So anything that's sticking out, you can smooth it down or move it down a little bit. Loosen this one up, push it up a little bit. Maybe this one too. Okay. There. All looks pretty good. Let me double check the other one about the glue coming out around it. Nope. That looks good. Well, that's squeezed out. I didn't put too much glue on it, so it's working great. Now we do the two ends. This is the front end, and this is the back end of the loading dock. That's why it's a little shorter. So, as I said earlier, or didn't say, that the floor supports are listed on a piece of paper showing the two A ones, B, this lists what they're for and everything, the X ones, C, B, B. The two BBs that go on the office side end on the sides. So everything will be listed right here. So here, this sheet should come with a kit showing you where they go and the letters. I already know them by heart just about, except these two M ones. Make sure on them. We got C and D. Okay. Yeah. That's sort of pretty simple. C would be the office end because there's no post on it. That would go down here. And the other one would be D. That's on the loading dock end. So we got 3 pillows here, so you look at one at being in the center of this end door. So you'd be putting it in there something like similar to this. Try to center it up as much best as possible. Okay. We'll probably use these other clamps on that, probably a couple of them go on the inside of it. Okay. And now the pillows are down. We're about the center there. And set it down on there. Okay, we're going to try to do this in here. The next thing, I'm going to push the glue down. And of course I'll just smooth it out. So, there we got the magnet door in there. Now we're going to do the office end. Here we'll put it, most of it all the way. Don't have to get too much. Okay, turn it over on the inside. We'll try to level it out pretty well. As you can see here, we got some glue sticking out. I'll smooth it out. I'll go ahead and glue this end down to hold it in position. Add one more. Move this up. I think it fit on that pretty well. Yeah, I've always put one in the center here, help hold it. So that's the side. I think I'll put one on the center of this one as well. Now all these should set up for about 30 minutes to an hour. Excuse me. And then we'll come back to it and see how it all is. While this is setting up, I decided to maybe go ahead and put these ones on the office sides on here. Now I want you to remember here there are 2 notches here. Now this notch should be near the other end here. And we're going to try to put this approximate right up there to the end on that. So we're going to glue it and clamp it. I am thinking that maybe one of these places may have been moved a little bit, but if it does, alright, we're going to put this on there like so. And put it pretty close to it. Get this on there. Aim it up pretty well. got a little bit of glue on this one here, came up a little bit right here. So I get a paintbrush or whatever, and so try to smooth it out. Up there wasn't much, very little, and paintbrush always can be washed out with glue. I mean with water. So there's no problem there on these here. Then we'll do the other end. This track side, and this is going to be done. I'll be laying it out like so. So here we apply glue to the base of it, the support that is. As you can see here, we don't have really too much glue on there. That's how all these are done. Now, the notch has got to be up, facing upwards. Oops, got my fingers all in the glue. Put a dab more there. The rest will be okay. Okay. Front position. All of it looks real good out there. Where's that? Oops. Except when you move it. I try to make these kits fairly simple, but they are difficult. Laser kits have always been that. They're not like easy plastic kits, slapping together. Somehow I like the realism of the wood. Wipe that down there a little bit. That one. And they paint real good using acrylic paints. I tried, my first one I ever did, I tried to do it with spraying it on there, airbrush. But it looked like it caught more lint and everything, putting it on there. And heck, with the paintbrush, you can stroke it back and forth and smooth it out. Real good. I'm going to do this one. Push it down a little bit. There we go. Yeah, so you can always go back and forth on these things, doing these. Push this one down a little bit too. There we go, we got the ends on that. So we'll let it all dry now. About an hour and come back to it. Okay, while the sides are drying, I thought about, this is the main floor of the warehouse itself. And there's a brace we need to put up under there. Number E is the one we got to put on there. So it needs to go underneath it. Be sitting on there, right on the edge, like so. So I'm going to try to go ahead and put that on there now. I'll put some weight or some clamps to hold it. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this on there. I'm going to let the E be on this side where it can be seen underneath. There we go here. And the tricky part, and this is why I should have got the wax paper ahead of time, but I'm going to try to do it like so. Lay this down there. need too much. Shorten this out a little bit. There we go. So the place I need it is over here on the end. I'll pick this back up. Try to set it right down there. Right along the edge there. And you can see how that glue is trying to ooze out. What a layer paintbrush. Here it is. So, I'll aim it up, line it up. So what I've got here, I've got some weights here. I'm hoping that'll do the trick for me. Heavy metal pieces. I think I found them somewhere. Let me slide this down a little bit more to the center. That's pretty good. Up under it, I'm not going to worry about it too much. Oops. See, that didn't work too well. I'll try another way of doing this. Excuse me. Alright, if that's the case, I'm going to go right here. Hold one on this side. Pull back a little bit. Oh, I'm going to have to walk away from this one to get it set up down there. That way it won't fall over. Yes, it looks pretty good. Can't see it too well from there, but trust me. This way here, any glue is in down there, it'll be on this wax paper. So we'll let that set up too. Come back in 30 minutes. Okay, everything has dried now. Here's the bottom piece on the floor. Brace on there. It's flush with edge here. So lay it to the side and you can start taking the clamps off all these other ones. Lay these all to the side over here. This is the office part and the warehouse side. So all them over there. Now the biggest task is joining these four sides together. This is a piece I made out of some wood to hold it fairly level at this end, because the office part is on the ground. So when this thing sets up, we have this setting right here as we clamp those sides together. I'll get all that set up here. Okay, this is the critical part now. We have gotten this all squared, corners very close with the beveled end. We got tape holding it on there. It's a masking tape that's not too sticky, but it's easy to peel off, and it doesn't leave any residue of the tape on the wood. So here is why we have the deck separate, because we have to keep this building square with the deck. The deck is like having a square like this in there, same way. So what we have to do now is glue the corners. We'll use a paintbrush here to hold it all, to put the glue in there and all. I got a little piece of wood here. I can put the glue on. Then I'm going to brush it on with a paintbrush. So each one is going. I got everything lined up, laying there perfect. And what we do is try to let it dry. Hold these corners together. Then I just dry for, say, an hour or so. We will put the braces in there. And I'm trying to do it upside down. Ain't too easy. We'll get the glue in there now, and then we'll go back and get another brush over here to brush up some of this off the walls here. We can square it back up. Get the glue all on there now, and then we'll square it and let it dry. Hold it down here. I guess I did get too much glue out, but still, if that's the case, maybe I'll go ahead and put the braces in there while it's drying here. Okay, these braces here, the X's, one is thicker than the other one, the other two. So the two thin ones go in the warehouse, and this one goes into the office, back part of the office, and they go in these corners here. I'll put a little bit of glue in there. Put glue in that one. Then I'll put this down there like so. What we're going to do is, actually what we're doing here is actually squaring everything on up with the braces and all. Okay, that's the thicker brace in there. Now we'll go with the thinner ones. A slot right here for it. Another slot right here. Be straight across from each. Oops. Oop, wrong one. I'll do an X again. And we've got two more to go. One over here. The other one right in there. smooth glue out there where it's not sticking up too much along the edges there. Okay, now we have it all in there. What we want to do is set everything fairly square. Everything's come off over here. I gotta set it back on the whole level. My little pad here is a little short, but I do catch this end of the offices. I got the deck up here against it. We push the building square up against it though. So that should hold it while it dries on that part there. And I'll check on this glue, make sure it don't drip down too much. Don't go too far down. Smooth it in the corners here. Okay, it's all set and square. We'll let it dry here for at least an hour.